they want to change, but they're scared to change. And they're scared to change because they're scared of the judgment they're going to face when they change. Yo guys, it's Sachi here. R2S Unplugged. We're back. You know what? We're gonna... what was our last number? I forgot. 4? I think it was 4. Yeah. 4 or 5. But we pretty much skipped the whole year. We last filmed at the end of 2024. And today's the 14th of January 2026. And we're back with the Unplugged because last year was a bit of a hectic year for both of us, to say the least. That's literally all I'm going to say. Busy. Life got way too busy. Right?
Yeah, life got really busy.
Too busy to the point where we pretty much didn't have any time to do anything. But we talked about it and we're like, you know what, we need to bring this back because a lot of people do watch this and they do relate. And I've been noticing that through the views we're getting. Like, I just noticed that a few weeks back when I just decided to upload a footage of our first ever Unplugged about haters, and it did numbers. And this guy was in where were you?
I was in Sri Lanka. Just got back week from today. Literally a week from today. He was there for 4.5 weeks. He left me alone. What schmuck? No, I'm joking. Because the most I left him was like a week, but it's okay. I'll forgive you. He's attached, bruv.
He was he was there for 4.5 weeks. I decided to upload a video just on my reels, and that did numbers, man. And people relate, and people were messaging me about it. Like, so you know what? We're bringing this back. So we're just gonna give a bit of a rundown of what's been happening in our own lives. But last year was just busy. It was a bit of up and down journey. The last podcast I didn't have a BMW, but now I do. And obviously, you know, life has its own ways. So last year was, I would give last year 2025 a rating out of 10, probably a 3.
Yeah, probably the same, to be honest. Probably a 2.
Yeah, 2, 3.
Got fucked around too many times.
Facts. And that's not even just by people, by just life events. You know when they say something happens out of the, like, you don't plan what's going to happen? It's exactly what happened, you know? So, you know, 2025 is a learning curve. It was the year of a snake, but, you know, I'm not going to try to dive deep into that. But this year, 2026, the year of the horse, which is pretty much you're running to whatever goal you want to get. So, you know, 2026 already started really well. Like, I got so many good opportunities. Only for these viewers, I'll be starting DJing at a venue, which I'm not going to say right now, but just know my DJ content is going to go through the roof this year, and I'm sure this guy's going to be supporting me the whole way.
Throughout the way, every step. You already know you got to support your boys.
Facts.
The bros. Got to always watch them go up and be happy for them and not be jealous.
Exactly, and that's what true brothers really are. Basically, bro, I don't know, like, I call this guy about anything, man. Like, literally, we have debriefs every week about our own lives, man. It's actually crazy. And like, every week our conversations will go for like hours, to the point where, oh shit, it's getting late, we're gonna work tomorrow morning.
That's how you know our lives actually got hectic, because every week we had something new to talk about. Like every week, every day we hang out either once or twice a week. We at least have like 3 or 4 hours worth of conversation just every week, man. It was busy and hectic and eventful. Exactly. But everything happens for a reason, and you know, this year, new year, on the 14 days gone.
So quick. 2 weeks.
Got more to go.
Exactly. You got a whole year to conquer. And pretty much going back on what he was saying about meeting every once or twice a week and having hours of conversation. That shit don't happen easily, you know what I mean? That shit only happens when you feel comfortable talking to that certain person. And I don't know, it just naturally happens. And I'm sure some of you have experienced that. You know, you got someone that you're very close to, whether that's your best mate, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whatever. You can talk about anything for hours upon hours. And even if you don't have anything to talk about, you'll just
banter, man.
You just banter. You know, we have this thing called Side Quest Sunday.
Always do some random shit.
Anyway, just say 2025 was a hectic year. We went through ups and downs. But 2026 is a reset, more opportunities, more success. But so this topic of the podcast today is why people never change, even if they have the choice to change. Now, this is a very, I wouldn't say broad, it's quite of a deep topic because I've seen it happen firsthand. And as much as people who know me, like I'm sure there's people watching that don't know me, but I can confidently say, and I'm not trying to be cocky here, but I can confidently say I'm still the same person I was when I came out of high school, but pretty much just more sociable and more aware of my surroundings. Because when after high school, in high school, I consider it as being in a society where you're in that society for 6 years of your life. And once you're done with that society, you go out to the real society. Because in high school, you're just used to the teachers you see. You're used to the friends, students you see. But when you face the real world, you will face so many people that will support you, obviously, but then will also fuck you around. And that is something to be very, very, very careful about. So we're going to be talking about how people don't want to change, or people never change because of how uncomfortable they feel, or they're just uncomfortable to change. But yeah. Well, I'll just leave it to Rian for him to say a couple of words. Take the mic.
Yeah, nah. Some people, I mean, look, change takes a lot of time. I reckon change takes a lot of time. I think coming out of last year and going into this year has required me to change a lot, which I haven't really got to yet. Slowly trying to get to it.
Everyone works.
Everyone's on their own timing, but you know, it's okay to be the same, be in the same hole. Sometimes people stay in the same hole. People are in the same hole for months, years, but you know, even though if that's still like, you know, but that hasn't stopped me from going for my moving forward, you know what I mean? It hasn't stopped me from moving forward. Like, I still come out with my friends, I still talk, I still do things. Like, for example, I went to Sri Lanka and came back, and it's only been a week, so I'm still trying to still trying to get on track. But I guess some people just, if you were to say it in a nutshell, just doesn't want to change, meaning in like they're too arrogant. It's okay to be arrogant. It's okay to have a strong personality.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But they just don't want to change because they don't like being imperfect. If you were to put it together, people just don't like being imperfect. If some people, you tell them, oh, you're this, you're that, you're wrong on that, they just have a stroke. They just cause a scene. They don't like to be told that they're imperfect. And then also, it also becomes in your morals and how you were raised and how you want to be and who you want to be. Or either way, you should be who you want to be. But if there's a lot of people telling you, you know, you need to change, you have to take it in. But also filter it. Because, you know, some people, because everyone has a vision of someone else. Like, everyone has, like, if there's, like, I don't really have a vision for him, but let's say I had a vision for him where I want him to be this way. That's my vision. That's my opinion. That's me saying, bro, you need to be this way. That don't mean he has to be that way.
I have the choice.
Yeah, you have the choice. You shouldn't be scared to get cancelled. You shouldn't be scared for people to lose people in the road to success. You shouldn't be scared to lose people. And you shouldn't be scared to getting cancelled. You shouldn't be scared for anything. You should be who you are for what you are. Because as Drake once said, he lost friends trying to find peace.
I've been losing friends and finding peace.
Yeah, so for you to find yourself, sometimes you got to lose yourself. and sometimes you lose yourself for a while. If you have a idea of who you want to be and what you want to do, I feel like you have to drown and go crazy in that thought. That's how you find yourself coming out. And you know, sometimes you just drown in it, like you just stay drowned. And sometimes I feel like it has happened in my life where I've just stayed down and, like, you know, just lost. But
there's ways of coming up.
Yeah. But, you know, if you have good people around you, if you have a good circle around you, like Sachi, for example, and my girlfriend, and, like, you know, people around me, they motivate, they help you to come up. Yeah, they help you to come up, and they, you know, they sit you down and go, you know, look, you're like this and that. Like, obviously, for people to say it's easier, but as the person who's receiving it, there's, like, you know, obviously people need to process it, and then you need to come up with your own plan. So that's what I have to say.
That's a good rundown. He pretty much said a lot of things. And it's actually real facts what he said, because like he said, sometimes people do want to change, but it's like what he was saying, the drowners, did you say?
Yeah, the drowning.
The drowning in, not drowning in sorrows. Sorrows, but anyway. Not drowning in your sorrows, it's just drowning in your thoughts. Because, you know, like, he might be saying procrastinating. Yes, that's the word. Like, he'll be saying something, his father will be saying something, his girlfriend will be saying something, you know, and that goes with me. My mom, my dad, my girlfriend will be saying something. But at the end of the day, I'll think about it and I'll choose what to listen to, and then I'll pursue that. But this is where I see a lot of people go through. You know what I mean? And I've seen that with my own eyes, man. Like, someone's talking about, not him, but someone's been talking to me about, but someone's talked to me about changing, but then the next week there's still the same person and there's no change. But as you know, people take time to change. So, you know, as pretend it's like your close friend, you have to wait for them to change, but you know they're going to change because they through friends, they tell you the truth in anything they do. But the thing is, people have an issue of changing because they're just scared to be judged on. And as I said so many times,
don't be scared to be judged on. Don't be scared, like I said, don't be scared to get cancelled, man. There's such a
cancel culture.
Yeah, there's there's such a big cancel culture in the world, and I feel like there is a big cancel culture just in general in Australia, where like no hate towards modesty, no hate towards, you know, whatever you guys stand with and whatever you guys stand against is on you. That's your life, that's what you stand for, so on. That's your opinion, you're allowed, but so as that everyone else is allowed to have an opinion, you know, that freedom of expression, you know. But yeah, I think that's one of the biggest problems I have, is that Australia has a really, really, really big cancel culture. Like, you do one small wrong thing, man, or your what do you call it? Your electronic footprint is done forth. Like your personality, your persona online is done forth because of that cancel culture. I feel like people just need to back off sometimes. It's like, bro, people are gonna have their opinions. People are gonna say what they want to say, but oh man, I have a lot of hate towards the cancel culture, because like I feel like some people are allowed to say what they want. You know, I know some things are just racist, sexist, anything.
It goes to a certain point.
Right? But also, some people are allowed to have their opinion. Just because you have your opinion on something, don't mean that you are a bad person. Yeah. But if you act on it, right? If you act on it, then that means you're a bad person. If you go attack someone because of their sexual identity or their race or what they do or what they say, that's wrong. But if you have your opinion on, if you have an opinion and you don't let that opinion affect others, then that's fine. You keep it to your close circle of what you think, and
or just your close audience.
yeah, exactly. You keep it
content.
Yeah, exactly. You keep it to yourself, and you're allowed to get it out there.
Yeah.
But if someone just gets hurt by that, then that's not on you or on them. If they feel like, oh, I'm gonna get hurt by this, or I don't like this content, you just keep scrolling.
Yeah,
But there is always a audience for everything. And those people are posting for that audience. I'm not saying all this fucked up shit that's happening is okay, like racism, people, all white groups and all that shit. No, but you know what I mean. Like there's certain topics where it's like,
it's just there's certain levels where you pace yourself and okay,
like
some things are okay and then some things are not okay. But why the issue is big is because everything someone says, people will tweak on that and find something to cancel out of that person or whatever they said. Even if it's some puny thing, they'll find something to cancel that, And that, honestly, literally everything leads to just judgment and when you cancel someone about that, if it's valid, it's valid. But if it's not valid, then it's just, you're low-key just hating. You know what I mean? Do you agree?
Yeah, just because you're butthurt by someone said. Because most of the time, if you're butthurt by what someone said, that means it's got something to do with you and you're insecure about it. You're insecure about it. Some things, okay. Some things, I know if someone said, like, I'm brown, and if I see someone say something on the internet that's not true about the brown race or the community, I'll be like, okay, bro, like that's not true. That's not true, right? But if you say something that's true about the community and it's still negative, right? It's still negative, but it's true. Then I'll be like, you know what? It's actually our race's fault that that they made a reputation for themselves like that. I understand that. Like I know, I've seen it firsthand, and some negative opinions people have about the brown race is true. But then I'm not saying you should attack them for it. It's okay to have an opinion on the vast majority of people, but then
it's always the minority changing it for everyone.
But if it's someone if it's your friend and he doesn't fit that, if you see that friend and he's he doesn't fit that criteria, he's not a shit person, he's not what they talk about, then you don't got to worry about it.
Exactly.
Then you don't got to worry about it. Then oh, okay, that person is different. You shouldn't bully someone if you see that they are different to the others.
That's just wrong. Like, if you guys think like that, then there's something to work on yourselves. If you judge someone because they do something different, oh, look at this guy, like he's doing something different, or what a whack job. You just don't do that. Like, that's not how I face life, to be honest. But yeah, cancel culture is also not a number one factor, not number one, but one of the factors to lead to why people never change. Some people need to change for the good, and some people just change because out of their own benefits, and obviously good change is always the best, and obviously life gets in the way if you change for the worse. It's obviously life, upbringing, your circle, everything aligns with change. Like I've changed in a good way from high school till now. I'm leading it back to high school because pretty much there's so much shit that's happened in my life after high school. So I'm really relating it back to high school, because high school I was just a normal kid, man. Like, just do my shit, lunchtime, before school, after school, basketball with my mates, or soccer from year 7 to 9, year 10 to 12, basketball. And I was just that guy. Like, even when I go out, like, I wouldn't even want to go up to the till and talk to the people to pay. And then my dad would be like, no, you go up and you talk. So then after high school, then I helped my dad at the food business, and that's where I saw change in my life. I saw the way I was changing for the better. I started to talk more. I started to become more sociable. Then I hit I was in the car community. I networked a bit in the car community. I did car events, and then I mean, the car community got a bit toxic, so I left that, and then I went to the nightlife, and then the nightlife started networking. I just become so sociable, and then that's where the TikTok started to blow up, and it just all worked hand in hand. And I personally think I changed for the better, because I'm still that soft guy that cracks jokes all the time, you know. Like I have my words I say, like hello vibes and stuff like that just puts a smile on people's faces, and I love that. And I do these videos to obviously relate to people that relate to these topics that I do with Rian. And at the end of the day, other content I like to put it out to make people smile and entertained. That's pretty much that's what I like to do, and I feel like I've changed for the better. Obviously, some people who don't really know me just think I'm a guy that uploads TikToks and it's funny. I mean, if you guys find it funny, that's calm. Like, you know, still gets the views, still gets the engagement it gets. But I just, like, the feedback I get hate about is just not valid. Like, it's just, it doesn't relate. Like, if I change for the worse and I'm just like the biggest dickhead out there, fair enough, hate on me all you want, but you know, I've changed for the better. I'm just doing what I want to do, and obviously a lot of people love that, and then a lot of people hate that. But maybe they haven't changed as a person too. Maybe they still have some learning to do and some change. I'm not fully functioned working person, bro. I'm only 20.
No one's perfect.
No one's perfect, and I'm only 24. I still got so much life to live, man. Like, so much to learn. Who knows? I might change for the better, obviously, because that's me personally. I want to change for the better. I might be a different person 5 years down the line, you know. 5 years is 2030. I'll be 29, you know. So life changes, and life is also another sector where it changes you. You know, whatever you go through on a daily will change you as a person. You know, if you're surrounding yourself with bad people, you're gonna change to become bad. If you're surrounding, no, but that can also change if you're with bad people and you change your life around. Example, famous person, Spanian, 13 years in jail. He come out. He got close with God. Started doing content. Look at him now. He's traveling the world making content and getting paid. He's gas, bro. He got a G-Wagon, sold that in his freedom giveaways, and he's got an R32. Like, he's living life. And he's a prime example of someone who's changed for the better, and people are hating on him. And that's literally an Australian thing. Huh?
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. And it's... Australia has the big... Okay, I get it. He started off doing inside into the hood, and It's All Eats. He still does that. Maybe not into the hood anymore, but when he started off, he still had his savage side. He still does have his savage side. Urus lad, like, he'll stop punching the camera. You know what I mean? But because he's traveling around the world to Dubai and some lavish place,
there's no hoods in there.
There's no hoods in there, but
I mean,
people,
not that we know.
and then he's reviewing hotels and shit. And I love his content. I actually love his content. I watch all these videos.
This guy sent me in at 4 a.m. in the morning. He's like, "Oh, watching Spaniard,
bro." Yeah, literally, I snap him when I wake up before work, eating breakfast. I'll put on, like, at 5 a.m. put on Spaniard. I get gas every time he uploads, because his content is so entertaining. But in the recent, and he also got a girlfriend. Okay, he has his own opinions about women, and he does see that. Okay, that's really good. That's a really good example of someone who's changed for the better and has his own values when it comes to women. Okay, he got a new girlfriend, a lot younger than him, but they look like they get along. He's happy, but then other people are trying to change him to go for someone better, but he's happy for the woman he's with. Like, why do you guys have to cancel about that? Yeah, everyone has their own opinion, but keep your opinions to yourself. That's it. But obviously, some people like to comment online and blah 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 to start shit. I mean, if you're that type of person, man, please look upon yourselves and really dissect yourself if you want to do that, because you don't know what that's doing to someone. It can either be like someone like me who takes it in and it'll be like, yeah, calm, I'll just troll the hell out of it, or some people who actually do get affected. But like I said, people that get affected shouldn't be on camera. So it's a double take for everything. You know what I mean? Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get affected, then like you shouldn't be on camera nor on your phone, because like
exactly.
Well, the word is not a cushion for you. The word's not a mattress. Like, you can't just, like, you know, it's not like made of bloody bubble gums and rainbows. It's not. No one's gonna be like agreeing with your fact, and no one's like, no, even there's we know, like, we're gonna remake this video and we put it out there. people won't agree with what we say.
Yeah.
We know that, and we're not
look,
gonna get butthurt by that.
We're both smiling and talking. Like we know. Holy shit! What the f is that? That's hella loud. Anyway, sorry guys, we're car guys, so we get distracted. You get me? Anyway, we're willing to be get
hated on, bro.
I said that in the first podcast, man. Like, you didn't expect it.
Like you can't just like expect the whole world to be a cushion you can fall on.
Yeah,
like, bro, like I don't give a shit, man. Like
you kind of need to have that mindset when you do want to put yourself out there.
Yeah. Like you can't cry about every time like someone's like someone's saying this that. Then don't be on the internet. Like this is page that I don't follow, but I see on the internet where like, bro, it's like they're just always like posting. I don't want to say names. They're always like posting, we're getting hated, this, that, hated on this, that, and that, and then they just proceed to do the same shit. Like, then if you're gonna do the same shit and complain that you're gonna get exactly, you're gonna get hated on, then it's either you keep going and keep going and ignore the hate and stop crying about it, or you stop. Or you stop.
You stop. Fact.
Like,
there's two ways.
Or you change. Like, but if you think that's the better thing to do, content wise, and if you think that's what floats your boat, then go ahead. You know.
Because at the end of the day, you go ahead. Some people will support it, and some people will hate it. But that's everything you do in life, man.
Yeah.
Man, like I park over there. Someone's gonna love the way I park, and some people are gonna hate the way I park. It's literally everything. But that all leads up to change. You changing as a person will affect your everyday life. You changing as a person will affect the emotions you go through. You changing as a person will affect the mental state you are in as a person. Whether that's for the better or for the worse. But I wish upon everyone for the better. Because we only live one life, man. Like, look, the sky above me is blue right now. You know? But one day I might not even see the sky. I'll see clouds. I'll see heaven, man. You know, so just live your life to the fullest, change for the better. And to answer the question why people never change is because they're scared to take that leap, in my opinion. And everyone has their own opinions about people why people never change. And obviously everyone goes through a different life, you know. Some people may be going through the toughest of shit, and they're obviously not going to change, because how can you change when you're going through so much in your life? You know, you get through that, then through that everything in life is a learning lesson, a learning curve. You get through that, you learn how to become a better person, and you go from there. And some people just procrastinate and never change because it's either simple, they want to, or they're just too lazy. You know, there's two ways about it, and it's up to yourself to make that decision whether you want to change or not. It's just that easy, you know. If tomorrow I say I want to change the way I do my content, I have the choice to do that. If next week I want to change for the worse, I have a choice to do that. Obviously I'm not going to do that because that does not align with my life, but and I have a choice, you know. Next week I want to change the people I hang around with. I have that choice. You know, everyone has a choice. Whether you want to do it for the worse or for the better, that's on you. You know what I mean? So that pretty much sums up this starting Unplugged again. There's a lot more conversations I want to do, a lot more topics.
Hopefully we can stay this time.
Yeah, we'll stay consistent, don't worry. Remember, this year, consistency.
Yeah.
Mindset, consistency in anything you do. And guys, 2026, make it the best year you can ever possibly have, you know. Like, I always think about this, you go into a year, and that 1 year may change your whole life, man. Like, who knows, something might major happen in your life that year that will see the best longevity of your whole life, you know. Maybe this year's my year, maybe this year's his year, maybe something's coming so great for him this year, or maybe it's next year, maybe it's 28, maybe it's 2029, maybe it's 2030, etc. Like, it can go on. You just have to be
this year.
I hope fucking everyone this year has a good year, man. Like, because last year, not only me, not only him, like other people I know that gone through a tough year. I don't know, 2025, maybe it was a reset for everyone, to be honest. And definitely for me, definitely for him. But I had a good circle to support me. especially this guy, you know. So that's one thing I really pounce on, is you need to have a good circle. Because you know, when you're going through the shittest of shittest, when you're down drain zero, bro, and you don't have anyone to support you, that generally, I think I feel bad for people like that, because that will genuinely drain you. So that's why, as a person like me, I love to support people like that. Because why do you want people to have a shit life, bro? Like, that's just not the way forward, man. You know what I mean? And if they choose that life, then okay, that's on them, you know. But if they want to change for the better, always support people like that, you know. So always have a good circle around you. Always change for the better, as this is what this Unplugged is about. So what's your concluding words to this?
Yeah, no, I've said everything I want to say.
Yep.
Just like I said, always, it's okay to take your time, and it's okay to be in the mud. Like, if sometimes you go through things, it takes months to come out of it. Because, man, all I'm saying is mental health is real, depression is real, anxiety is real. It's everything's real. And some people just stay depressed, and you know, it's okay. But until you're reaching help and you're reaching out to your family and friends, and you know, whoever you want to, whoever you feel safe reaching out to, reach out, you know. And yeah, like, if sometimes, you know, you go through things and you know it sucks, sometimes, you know, things just happen and it sucks, and you just stay in it, and like you just drown in it. Sometimes you can't help it. No matter what you do, you just can't help it. But at the end of the day, it's about who you are and what you choose to do about it. And it's okay if it takes months, it's okay if it takes time, but what you choose to do about it is what matters and what makes you who you are. So that's all I gotta say, is that don't be afraid to come out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to change. And it's okay to not be perfect, and it's okay to be told to change. That means you have something to work on. It's about you take that advice and you take what you think and you follow your gut. At the end of the day, it's you versus the world. So you take what they say, and you take how you think, and you filter it, and you think, okay, you know, put your ego down, put your, you know, pride down, and think, okay, this person is telling me this, and this person is telling me this, and this needs to be done, and I feel like, okay, this needs to be done. Okay, I'll meet it in the middle and I'll do it. So that's all I gotta say, is stay strong and do what you gotta do. And yeah,
facts. Good concluding words, perfectly said. And obviously stay staunch, stay strong, and obviously change for the better, because you know, everyone wants a good life. Everyone wants a good life. Don't wish shit things upon people. Always think, you know, this person deserves the best life. And yeah, so change for the better, and just come out of your comfort zone. Do what you want to do in 2026, and just aim for that life you want to. Because as I said, this year might be your year, it might be my year, it might be his year, next year, year after, who knows. So always be prepared for the best, and don't be afraid to change for the better. Stay tuned. We're gonna do more unplugs. Send this to whoever you want, comment, and watch the upcoming unplugs we're gonna have, because, and the content, to be honest, because I think my life is pretty interesting this year. Yeah. And so stay tuned. And if you know anyone who wants to jump on this unplugged, I do want people to be on this, because I do like to have other viewpoints about things in life. So, you know, share this around, spread the word, and stay tuned for more unplugs. See ya.